Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix 2018. In this episode, we're going to work on quadrupling our iron production and gold production using a Pyro Concentrator. Let's get started. Alright, so I'm running low on iron again, and gold always, so I made some brown laser lenses to focus this thing for iron as well as gold, and I went mining too. And one thing that I noticed is that there's an induction smelter recipe that we can use to actually quadruple our ores rather than just triple them. And all we need is a Pyro Concentrator and some blazing pyrotheum. So I thought we might try to work on that since I'm so low on materials right now. So let's get a Pyro Concentrator. That is an augment. Let's see here. Yep. Pyro Concentrator requires a signalum gear, some nickel plates, redstone conductance coil, and pyrotheum dust. I don't think I have any of that stuff. Nope. Okay. So let's see here. Let's start with one of those. And nickel plates should be able to get from nickel in the machine. So let's just get 2 of those and toss that in the gearworks thing. The compactor. That'll make my plates. I've moved this to an ender chest, so it should import things right into the system now. Alright, so where did that leave us? A Pyro Concentrator augment. Alright. I'm thinking maybe that isn't set to output. Yep, it's not. So it goes out the bottom. But are you set up to extract? No, you're not. Okay. There we go, it takes care of that. So where's my dev null? Alright, back to the Pyro Concentrator. So we now have a couple of those things. How do you make pyrotheum dust? You make it like this, and we're going to need a lot more. I'm going to make, another 16 of these. Because we need blazing pyrotheum, which you get in a magma crucible. So now we need signalum gear. So can we make signalum? Let's see here. You get that in an alloy smelter of copper, silver, and redstone. Okay, that'll work. So I am out of patterns, and because I ran low on iron, it was hard to make more. But might be able to make one more. There we go. It's a processing pattern, so I want to make signalum. And okay. So let's see here. Yep, I don't want that in ore dictionary mode. So let's go put that in our processing machine downstairs. So there's our alloy smelter. So now you know how to make signalum as well. Alright, to make the signalum gear I'm going to need 4 of those. Alright, so it should be able to make that. And what's left for the pyro thing? Let's go ahead and take out 16 of these, and we'll toss them in the magma crucible. So I've got a hardened tank up there, so we should just be able to output this to the machine up there. It's got an augment, so it's as fast as it can be right now. So that's good enough for now. So, did we get our signalum? Yes, we did. So, now can we make that thing? Alright, there's our signalum gear. And there's our Pyro Concentrator. So, I'll stick the other pyrotheum into the magma crucible. Might want to upgrade that to a hardened machine. It's a little bit slow, but we'll do that a little bit later. So the induction smelter, if we give it an augment, of which it already has one, so why don't we make another induction smelter for this? So let's see here. I want to make an induction smelter. What do we need? We need lots of things. We need a machine frame. So let's craft one of those. And then we'll need an invar gear. And we'll need 2 copper gears. And a redstone reception coil. And there we go, an induction smelter. So let's give it a hardened upgrade. Let's see here. Actually, we know how to make reinforced upgrades. Definitely want to make one of those for that magma crucible. But let's deal with the hardened thing right now. And let's see, I'm going to want it to be faster too, so I guess I'll make another augment. Okay, here's a faster upgrade. And we'll need the reinforced upgrade kit because it won't work with 2 upgrades if we have that. And we do have 2 upgrades for this machine. So there's our crescent hammer. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go over here, and we're going to make you a hardened, and then a whatever's next. So we're going to make you a Pyro Concentrator. Let's see here. I think we need to lock that down. We're going to need to ignore the redstone signal. So let's see here. We want to... How do we put liquid in you if we can't use that tank? Maybe it doesn't mean it. Let's see here. Well, here's our blazing pyrotheum. So let's just see what happens when we input from the top. Okay, that put it in there, so we've got, I don't know how much. We've got 250. So this must have been the 16 that we got. So 15 more would get us, another even number. So I've got this iron ore and gold ore, and if we use that in a pyro concentrator with cinnabar, we'll get 4 gold ingots and a 75% chance of rich slag for 100 millibuckets of pyrotheum. So that's like a good deal to me. So let's go get some cinnabar, and definitely need to get more cinnabar. We'll want that for the iron as well. But let's see how this works. Yeah, there it is. Gonna get some rich slag and some whatever else. Alright, so you were a conduit facade. And, alright. So, we're gonna put you on output to the bottom. And you are gonna be always active. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so let's put the floor back. And that should take care of all the gold. Yep. So, is it the same recipe for iron? Let's see here. Yes, we've got to have... We can use rich slag. We'll still get 4, but we'll get slag rather than nickel, which is fine. We've got enough nickel, but actually, yeah, we'll use rich slag. We've got plenty of that right now, and I don't need more nickel at the moment. So let's go find some rich slag. Let's see. We do have 2 stacks of that, and then, a little bit more. So let's see here. We'll use 2 of them with the cinnabar. It's still a little bit slow. That's okay. Alright, then we'll do the one with the rich slag. So I guess I will simply grab a hopper and put the rest of the stuff in there. Since I happen to have a hopper, a chest would have worked too. Let's see if I can take that tank off, because we won't need that right now. Alright, so... Yep, there we go. So that will process all of our stuff, and for those 2 stacks of iron, we're going to have, or 2 stacks of iron ore, we'll get 8 stacks of iron. So, unless we run out of blazing pyrotheum, which, yeah, we're definitely going to. So, let's get as much of that as we can, and let's get another upgrade kit. We'll get another reinforced, and another one of these augments for the magma crucible. And then I want blazing pyrotheum. Okay, there's the last of our dust. How many blaze rods do we have? We're a little on blaze rods, so won't be able to do all of that iron that I wanted to get through, but that's okay. We will deal with that later. So, let's see here. I guess I didn't actually bring the augments. I guess I just made them. So, let's see here. I need that upgrade kit, and I need that augment. So, now, the crucible, once we, have more stuff, should be faster. Yep. Use a lot more RF, but it's a lot better. So there's another 1500 pyrotheum. Yep. Let's see here. Can we input from the side? Can you auto input? If I say output, will you input? Alright. Let's put the hopper on the side then. Because that shouldn't matter where that goes. Unless we didn't have very much, but I guess I'll just put it back there. Okay, so let's put that down there. So we're going to run out of pyrotheum, but we'll get more stuff to make that soon. And we should have enough iron to get us through the rest of the stuff. So in the meantime, I would like to upgrade this pickaxe. I'd like to give it some obsidian reinforcements, and I'd like to repair it, and I'd like to make it faster. And we can make it faster with redstone. Oh, by the way, I changed the drawer system. I'm not done with what I'm going to do yet, but I no longer have compacting drawers for gravel, sand, dirt, etc. I'm putting them all in small drawers so I can see how many resources I have, and we'll just auto-craft that in the system once I finish that, but I had to put that on hold because I had no more resources. So I will get back to that as soon as possible. But I've basically made compacting drawers only for the metals and things where you need blocks or dust at varying times. So like glowstone and redstone are like that. I put clay in there. I don't know how many times you need clay actually, so I may just switch that. But it's very easy to add clay like this, so I may just leave that like it is. And we'll see how this goes. But everything else is a 2x2 drawer, and I've got just the main types of stone and the main stuff that we may get from the system down there, and we'll work on that. So you can see what I'm much saying. I'm not running the system right now because I don't have those detectors made because I can't make detectors at the moment. But we'll get back to that as soon as we can. So I'll store those things away, and let's work on upgrading the pickaxe. So, didn't turn out to be that useful. The bow and arrow. Oh well, that's okay. So let's see here. So, we can get haste, 45 of 50. And you can get haster, and it's saying there are no more modifiers available. I can't get hastus. Well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping to get... I thought it wouldn't use modifiers for this. Well, I may redo that pickaxe later on. Because I wanted reinforce as well, which I don't have anymore. So, I mean, it's got enough durability most of the time. It probably won't matter for reinforced. We'll just repair it. Yeah, should be fine for now. I'm only using it when I go, branch mining. I want to mine a single block rather than a 3x3. So with that, I should not need my other cobalt pickaxe anymore. I was able to get luck 3 on that, and I've got fortified. I don't know why I can't do hastus on this. It only has soul touch and haste. That's all I see. I see 2 modifiers. This one has 3. Interesting. I'm not sure why that is. Oh well. not going to worry about that. So you can go on the retired Tinker's tool rack, and I guess I'll just chuck these into that chest for now. I won't need them, I don't think, for a while. Alright, lost my train of thought, so I guess I'm going to go down and try to build the rest of the system. Yeah, let's see here. We're about a stack and a quarter of that. We should have lots of iron for the moment. So is that the case? Well, 200, not a great amount, but you know, better than what we had before. So yeah, I'm going to work on the basement stuff, and maybe we'll work towards getting more blazing pyrophium. I want to get a spawner for that. Probably time to make a blaze spawner. Alright, I'm going to go work on the basement, and I'll come back, and then maybe work on a blaze spawner. Alright, so here is the finalized design for the Cobble Works factory. We've got 3 igneous extruders, one making cobblestone, 1 stone, and 1 obsidian. We've got a glass maker which turns the sand into glass. I made it a reinforced furnace with 2 augments for speed. We've got a gravel maker which takes cobblestone, turning it into gravel. We've got a sand and flint maker because the process of making gravel into sand also produces flint, so we'll get more of that. And finally, a silicon maker. And I've set it up to emit signals for less than 1024 of pretty much any of these items, except for flint. I was going to have that 2d6, but I guess I'll put it at 1024 as well. I thought this was tied to the gravel maker earlier, and I didn't want to spend so much time making gravel, but now that I know that it's not, I'm okay with that because we're almost out of sand as well. So basically, we're making obsidian, or we were. I guess I ran out of lava somehow, so I'll have to look into that. So why are you not getting any more lava? Because you have a tank. Uh-oh. Alright, so you are an extract, always active. And you should be an insert. That ender tank has no lava in it. Okay, either something is wrong in the nether, or we don't have enough lava to keep this production going. So I'll have to take a look at that. For now, though, it will make the obsidian if we have the lava, which we don't right now, but we'll fix that problem. So basically, the sand and flint maker is running, and once it gets enough of that, it will turn on. So right now, you can see we've got pretty much barely over the amount of required glass. So if I take a stack of glass, what should happen is the furnace should kick on automatically and start making more glass. And you can see that it does. So there we go, we'll make more glass. So I'll chuck this back into the system and it will stop. Yep, there we go, we're above the amount and we're all good. One thing to note, I was having trouble earlier, I didn't realize, but these things that say compare damage and NBT, leave them alone for the most part. I was thinking, well, we wouldn't want to do that, but stone is item type 0001/0, because there are other kinds of stone, like andesite, diorite, granite. Those are all types of Minecraft stone. So it seemed like this was always activating, even though I knew there was plenty of stone in the system. So haven't got one of those set up for andesite or gravel or diorite, granite, stuff like that. Maybe I'll make one at some point. We'll see. Right now, I don't care that much. What I would like to do is upgrade these to octadic capacitors. I guess since they're auto-crafting, it's not necessary really, but still would be nice to have them as fast as possible. The other problem I ran into was that if more than one of these igneous extruders are running simultaneously, there's not enough water coming from this tank. So what we need is a buffer of water in an ender tank somewhere. So that's what I like to work on as well. But first, I'm going to go back to the nether and figure out why don't I have any lava. So yeah, you can see all the ender tanks are empty. So something is gone wrong in the nether. So let's go take a trip down there and see what's going on. Oh, by the way, if I didn't mention it, I changed the farm a little bit. So with all of the greenhouse glass, these two guys cannot keep up. But I noticed we're pretty much full on all of our plants, so I didn't worry about it much. I've replayed everything as netherwart, and I don't think this glass works on netherwart, so they're keeping up just fine. We've now got 2 rows of melon and pumpkin, which we also had less of everything else because they grow slower. Uh, it's mostly okay, but if I need to do more stuff, I will simply add more golems to it. And we'll have to do that eventually, so I may think of a better system for that later on. But it's working fine for the moment. Alright, let's take a look at the lava gatherer. I should have made a waypoint for that. I don't know where it is. It's down here somewhere, I think. I wonder if his range is simply probably a fire bat. Yeah, we may need to move the pump. You can see now that from where it was before, we've got just lots of smooth stone out here, and the reason is that he's pretty much taken most of his lava in the surrounding area. So I think I will move that pump and see if we can do better. Alright, so I've built another structure a little bit farther out from the first one and put the pump back on there. And it is working, although I'm not quite sure where the lava is going right now because I don't know what will be loading my base if I'm in the nether. But I'm assuming that that is where it's going, all the way back to the base to stay there. So we'll see if this keeps up. We'll see if this keeps up. If not, we'll have to figure out a different system. And there is another pump from industrial foregoing that I thought we might try. So that might end up working better. So we'll see how this works. We're in a new location. I loaded more chunks, so hopefully we won't run out of space to go mining in. And until now, we haven't had problems with it, so maybe it'll be fine like it is. But we'll see. So we're back home now. So let's go see what's going on in the base. Yeah, now it seems to be fine. So yeah, now every time it's getting, well, no, it slows down every once in a while, doesn't it? Let's see here. Let's bump you down to 256 for obsidian. And that will get you to stop for a little bit. And maybe we'll have plenty of stuff in the tank. So maybe just like the tank here, we're not getting enough from the pump that's over there. So our two solutions would be either to make a buffer tank, which is an option, or we could try the industrial foregoing pump, which I would kind of like to try. I mean, maybe it's just not going to keep up no matter what the pump is, but hey, let's try something new. I haven't seen the industrial foregoing pump, so let's see how that works. So let's see, industrial foregoing. Alright, so after pouring through the IF manual and JEI, looks like we're going to want to get one of these fluid pumps. So we're going to need 3 buckets, some plastic, a gold gear, and a machine frame. So we're going to need another bucket. So let's make one of those. And then we'll need a bucket of water and a bucket of lava. So let's see here. There's the lava. Water will be somewhere. I guess I'll just make lava. I'll just make water. Alright, there we go. So now we've got all the components other than the gold gear. So let's look at this. Alright. Oh, not enough plastic, huh? How do you get plastic? You smelt dry rubber. We have no more plastic? Really? Huh. Well, alright. Where's our latex? There we go. There's the drum of latex. So let's get back to work making some more plastics. This is the latex processing unit. You are in my way. Let's move you to the other side. Alright, let's see. There we go. Now, if you've got plenty of water, so let's get you some latex. That won't work. You are not, and you are a thermal expansion tank. You don't have any way to do that. Alright, let's go get some fluid conduits. Let's see. We don't have any of the pressurized, huh? Let's fix that real quick. Alright, how are we doing on sand production, by the way? Hey, we're full of sand. Cool. And it's using the gravel still to get more flint, so, you know, nice. Yeah. And it's taking the cobblestone to make the gravel, to send the gravel in here. Actually, I'm confused why it's running. This shouldn't be running. There's plenty of gravel in the system already. We surely don't have less than 1,000 gravel. Oh, my mistake. We do have exactly 1,000 gravel right now. Or, you know, thereabouts. So I guess we've been using so much of it to make sand that we have to make more. Well, hey, system's working. That's cool. Alright, now back to making rubber. So, are you going to connect? Yeah, you sure are, aren't you? That's okay. We will make you not do that with the Yeta wrench. Alright, and then we'll get that tank. And we will say extract always active. There we go. We are processing latex. It's going to turn into tiny dry rubber, which will end up in the ender chest, I hope. Yep, there it is. We will convert that into regular dry rubber. Alright, we only need one of those right now, but we'll keep making that with the tank, and I may set that system back up. Where's my furnace? There we go. So that should get us the plastic we need to make that fluid pump. Okay, let's make a gold gear. And then we'll make a machine casing. That's not right, a machine frame. Alright, and now we can make a fluid pump. Alright, there we go, a fluid pump. So, let's go ahead and scan this. And what it said in the manual was that you simply stick it above a source block, and it scans the general vicinity. It's pretty much just like the range pump, just, you know, it's not the range pump. So, yeah, let's put it down for a second and see how it looks. There may be ways to speed this one up, too, which I don't think there are for the range pump. Alright, well, let's go back to the nether and try this one instead. How come you're not fully charged? You are charging my inventory. There you go. Alright, there's a good wrapping up point for this episode. When we come back next time, we will look more at that industrial foregoing lava pump. Thanks for watching. See you then.